Let's say we have y equals 4x minus 11 and 4x minus y equals 11. So again, I know what y is equal to, so step 1 is already done. Take that and substitute right here. So step 2 says 4x minus your y, we know y equals 4x minus 11 equals 11. Distribute 4x, negative 1 times 4x is negative 4x, and negative times negative would make positive 11 equals 11. Combine the like terms, that makes a 0 plus 11 equals 11, which is 11 equals 11. This is true, right? Now, what does that tell us? If 11 equals 11, then that tells you this is an identity problem, which identity has all the real numbers as a solution. So the solution to this would be all real numbers. So, for example, one solution that if you want one solution, you can just let x be equal to 0 and figure out what y is equal to equal to. So if x equals 0, what is y equal to? Well, we know y equals 4x minus 11. Y equals 4 times your x value minus 11, which equals 4 times 0 is 0, minus 11 is negative 11. So that means if x equals 0, then y equals negative 11. That is like one solution to the problem. So just say all the real numbers as a solution would be the solution we want. And let's do a very different challenge. So I'll do problem 5, which is 8x plus 4y equals negative 20. Other equation is 6x plus 6y equals negative 18. So I'll choose this equation right here. How about I simplify this? Just divide by 6, divide by 6, and divide by 6. What do we get? X plus y equals negative 18. Well, that means x has to be equal to negative y minus 18. You subtract y, that is what x is equal to once you isolate it. Now, I used my second equation, so that means I'll take this result and put it right here. So this becomes 8 times your x plus 4y equals negative 20. The next step would be to distribute this. So if I distribute, I get a negative 8y minus, what's that equal to? 8 times 18 is 44 plus 4y equals negative 20. Combine the like terms, negative 8y plus 4y makes a negative 4y minus 144 equals negative 20 plus 144 to both sides. You get a negative 4y equals negative 20 plus 144 is equal to 124, positive. Divide by a negative 4. Divide by a negative 4. Y equals 124 divided by a negative 4. I believe that's negative 31. Now we'll take this value and substitute into either one of those two equations, or you can just substitute right here because x is already isolated. So that means x equals negative of your y value minus 18. And remember, negative and negative makes positive. And 31 minus 18 is 13. So that means x equals 13. Now let's look at problem number 6. (5x minus 7y equals negative 2). X minus 4y equals negative 3. Now it's easier to solve for x right here. You can just add the 4y to both sides. So that means x equals 4y minus 3. So that is your step 1. Step 2. Take the result from step 1 and substitute into the other equation. So that becomes 5 parentheses 4y minus 3 minus 7y equals negative 2. Distribute. 5 times 4 is 20y. 5 times that is negative 15 minus 7y equals negative 2. Combine the like terms. 20y minus 7y makes 13y minus 15 equals negative 2. Now do the inverse. You're subtracting 15, so inverse of subtraction is addition. So plus 15 to both sides. You get 13y equals negative 2 plus 15 is 13. So that means if you divide by 13, you get y equals positive 1. Step 3 is to take that result and substitute into that step 1. Or you can substitute right here. It doesn't matter which equation you pick. It's just easier to plug it in right here. So that means x is going to be equal to 4 times your y value minus 3, which x equals 4 minus 3. X equals positive 1. So my solution would be 1 and 1. For problem 7, let's look at 2x minus 4y equals 24. Negative 6x plus 4y equals negative 24. You can always try to simplify it if there is anything that you can simplify. For example, first one can be divided, everything can be divided by 2. Second one, everything can be divided by 4 if you want. But I'll go ahead and solve for x in the first equation. So first, I'll simplify those. Divide everything by 2 to get x minus 2y equals 12. And then isolate the x, so plus 2y to both sides. That is my step 1. Isolate one of the variables. Step 2 is you take the result from step 1 and substitute 4x in the second equation. So that means negative 6x 2y plus 12 plus 4y equals negative 24. Distribute. And then you want to combine the like terms. Negative 12y plus 4y is a negative 8y minus 72 equals negative 24. The next step would be to add the 72 to both sides. And that will give you a negative 8y equals 72 minus 24, that is 48. Divide by negative 8, both sides. Y equals negative 6. Step 3. Take the result from step 2 and substitute into step 1. So x equals negative 2 times your y value plus 12. Distribute 12 plus 12, which means x equals 24. So solution would be x equals 24, y equals negative 6. Let's do problem 8 and 9 here. Problem 8. 4x plus 4y equals negative 8. 3x minus 2y equals 19. So I'll just go to the first equation and let's solve for y in this case. So that means 4y is going to be equal to negative 4x minus 8. Divide by 4, you get y equals, divide by 4, negative x, and this would be a minus 2. So you take this result and substitute into the second equation. That would give you a 3x minus 2 times your y equals 19. And this is our step 2. And then distribute 3x plus 2x, because negative and negative, plus 4 equals 19. That's 5x plus 4 equals 19. Subtract 4 to both sides to get 5x equals 19 minus 4 is 15, meaning that x equals 3. Step 3. Take the result from step 2 and substitute into this x value right here, or either one of those two equations for x. So that means y equals negative of your x value minus 2, y equals negative 3 minus 2, y equals negative 5. So x equals 3 and y equals negative 5. Let's do one more. Number 9. And let's choose 2x minus 6x equals 4, and negative 4x plus 12 equals negative 6. Suppose we have that problem. So I'll just go ahead and solve for x here. Divide everything by 2 in the first equation to get x minus 3x equals 2, which means if you add, I'll just cut it there.